Hello, everyone. Welcome to the February 13th, 2024 Town Council meeting. I'm going to call the meeting to order, but let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we're going to start with the approval of the January 23rd, 2024 minutes, if we could, please.
I'll make a motion we approve the January 23rd, 2024 minutes as printed.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, that's approved. We also have the January 2024 check register, going back to that. If we could also have a motion for that as well.
I'll make a motion we receive the January 2024 check register.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Okay, that carries as well. All right, we're going to start with the mayor's report, but first I am going to swear in Randy Miller for the Manchester Parks Foundation board member. Randy, I'm going to have you come up here if you would, please. Wherever you want to go is fine with me. I do affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States and that you will be faithful and will bear true allegiance to the state of Maryland and will support the Constitution and laws thereof, and that you will, to the best of your skill and judgment, diligently and faithfully, without partiality or prejudice, execute the board of Manchester Parks Foundation board member according to the Constitution and laws of this state. Thank you. Congratulations. I'm going to sign this. Actually, I'm going to have you take it to the Kelly, sign it, and then, you don't mind? Sure. You're welcome to stay, or it's up to you. Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. Okay, one thing that I missed, I'm going to go back to real quick. The December 2023 Treasurer's Report. Thank you, Jen. If we could have a motion.
I'll make a motion we receive the December 2023 treasurer's report.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, that's approved. Thank you. Looked right over it. Okay, back to the mayor's report. Thank goodness I have help over here. All right. So a couple things. We have the new time for the council meeting, as we all know. It's at 7 o'clock now. Hopefully everybody likes that. I sure do. So that's going to be good for us, I think, and in the summer it'll be nice too. The town offices will be closed February 19th. Also, the staff will be reading meters on March 1st. February 19th is terrible, but it's President's Day. Am I correct? Okay. The FY25 budget work session will be held on Wednesday, February 21st at 7 p.m. also. We have water shutoffs. Unfortunately, it will be on Wednesday, February 21st, so keep that date in mind. The egg scramble that we announced last month for Saturday, March 23rd from 11 to 3 at Christmas Tree Park, courtesy of the Manchester Happenings. That was always a fun thing. Last year it was great, so I'm hoping that we'll have a lot of good turnout for that. The Charlotte B. Collette Memorial Scholarship is due by May 1st. Don't forget to pick up the application at the Manchester Valley High School Guidance Office, at the Town Hall, or online at www.manchestermd.gov. The next meeting will be March 12th is our next Town Council meeting, 7 o'clock. And obviously we had the snow this morning. Thankfully it got warm, cleared up pretty quickly, but our guys were out there early. I think the first time I heard something from them was at 5:30 this morning. So on these days, I am fortunate enough that I set my alarm at 5:30 to hear from everyone, and they tell me how the roads are, and then we decide if we're opening late or we're opening on time. So I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, but that's okay. Neither did they. So, but everybody did a great job as usual. And I think that's about it for me right now. We have the town administrator report.
Good evening, Madam Mayor and Council. In your packet, you have the Public Works Director report for the past month. The only thing I'd really like to highlight in that package, as you have seen up on York Street, the temporary cell phone towers are in place. They'll be a short period of time, but the top ring around the water tower will be coming off, and some connections will be made for the cell tower to go live, and then the tower will be ready for painting, which is due, we'll be meeting in February or March, and then they should be getting started on cleaning the tower, stripping it, repairing any problems, and then repainting it this spring.
Do we know about when it's going to be done? Have they a guess?
No, I don't have
Okay.
I don't have a timeline, construction timeline. It's all dependent on weather
Okay.
and the guys getting the cell phone stuff up and running
Okay.
off the tower. Town continues to be in mandatory water restrictions. As you can see, we're doing very well. Last report from the National Weather Service, we are ahead in precipitation for the year. This month is just slightly dry, but I think without today's calculations in that thought, I think we're doing very well. So we're headed in an excellent trend to talk to the mayor about removing restrictions as we move forward next month.
Back to voluntary, probably?
Yeah,
Okay.
yep, and we're doing well. Grant application for PFAS capital improvement projects has been submitted on January 31st of this year. The preliminary estimate through our contractor engineering group is $6.2 million for the capital project. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed that the state of Maryland MDE finds some money in a spare pocket, and we'll do okay with that.
Does everybody know what he's talking about? The PFAS? You want to give them a little quick
Sure.
rundown? I know when you say 6 million, people's eyes light up. So could you explain to them?
I think everybody should.
Yeah.
So the EPA is coming out with regulations on what they call emerging contaminants. PFAS is a chemical that is used in everyday things across the spectrum. Well, it's being found in groundwater. So the EPA has a regulation of minimum levels that can be in water given into a public water system. To meet that, we had to test, and we have given our first test to the EPA of our wells. Fortunately, most of our wells are fine. There's very little, there's trace amounts. We do have 5 wells that meet the minimum criteria for what we call remediation. So we hired an engineering firm to look at where the wells are, how dirty they are, and they have helped us come up with a plan to submit to MDE for funding, and that'll be a capital project. And that capital project to treat that water, or to build the infrastructure to treat that water to make it safe to go into the public system, is estimated. Estimated is a great term because it's just based on the information we have. Nothing has gone out to bid. There's no construction facts to it, but it gives us a funding level that we will need to do the remediation for these wells. And that cost is $6.2 million.
It's a lot of money, but there's some other municipalities that are 3 and 4 times what we are. So as much as I'm not happy about it, it could be a lot worse. So we're working on that to get the funding through them. So hopefully we're going to get that. Thank you, Alex.
Sure. The Ethics Commission met today. Congratulations to Mr. Doxson. He was elected chair. And the group reviewed Ordinance 257 with Mr. McCarron, and they set some of their ground rules for their commission. And as you see, we all have our statements for the Ethics Commission to review. So that is a positive step forward with that group. The only action item I have tonight is the awarding of the bid for the Chevy Impala, the old police car that is no longer needed. Within your paperwork, you will see that we received 2 bids for a 2009 Chevy Impala. As you see, the following bids, one was $700, one was $300. I'm recommending to the mayor and council that we accept the bid from Mr. Huey for $700, and the $700, if approved, will be deposited into the police miscellaneous revenue account.
Okay, so we need a motion.
I'll make a motion that we accept the bid from Mr. Huey for $700.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
Thank you all.
anything else?
Oh, no, ma'am, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know if there was anything else.
I know it was so short,
That's
you probably
okay.
stunned you, I'm sorry.
I was like, whew, okay. Chief Hess?
Yep, another short report.
Okay.
So for the month of January, we had 0 Part 1 crime. We had right around 200 calls for service that we went to, 24 of which were to assist the sheriff's office in Hampstead outside of town. We investigated and cleared a theft and a burglary from the prior month, charging 2 juveniles and 2 adults. During the month of January, we had 2 domestic assaults. That was our crime for the month. Both of those are cleared. 9 persons have been criminally charged year to date. Overdoses countywide are 18. Fatalities are 2. Manchester has 0. Hampstead has 1. Tawnytown has 2. Westminster has 6. That's about it.
Thank you. It doesn't look like anybody signed up except for Randy Miller, so is there anybody else that has any comments or questions? Okay, you have to come up, okay? I know how much you like that, but.
I've got a little problem with the voice.
Okay,
Just a quick question. Where is Antietam Broadband? Are they in progress or?
So the Public Works Agreement's been signed by the mayor. They've been notified twice about coming into the office to sign and having it notarized, and then we can start the process of getting them started. We have to have several meetings with them on how many feet they're gonna go per day, where they can start, where they can stop. So at this point, the ball is in Antietam's court. We're just waiting for them.
Okay, that's all I need.
okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, we'll move on to committee reports. Let's see, Councilman Azarod, you can go ahead and do all of your
Okay.
committees if you like.
Communication's been great through the town, the new 7 PM meeting time, and great getting out there to get the snow early. I'm glad it melted. Also, February 19th is Carroll County Night in Annapolis. Please reach out to Senator Reedy if you wish to attend. It's just, I think there's a session afterwards, so they just have to know that you're coming down there, and you have to bring a driver's license to be checked in if you wish to know meet and greet any delegates. Also, I think at this time, Maryland's primary date is May 14th, so make sure you're registered to vote. A lot of local elections that you can have a say in and be informed as that date approaches. So it's May 14th. So primary day. We got a couple board seats up for election, so Board of Education. So, yep,
Thank you.
that's it, yeah.
Councilwoman Howe?
I don't have anything to report.
Okay. All right, Councilwoman Miller?
Nothing at this time.
Okay. Councilman Pacelli?
The next meeting of the North Carroll Business Alliance group is this Thursday at 1:30 at Sparrows.
Thank you. Councilman Cuneo?
Nothing to report this month.
Thank you. Megan?
There's not too much going on, but on Friday there's a varsity wrestling match in Westminster, and JV and varsity boys and girls all play on Friday. And I don't want to mess this up, but I think it's against Linganore. Is that here? Linganore. Varsity cheerleading just placed second at regionals, so they qualify for states, and they were supposed to play tonight or compete tonight, but I don't know if they went because of the snow. Corollary bowling had a great win. Varsity girls basketball beat Hartford Tech 43-28, and meetings for spring sports are scheduled, so that should be starting up just a little bit, which is cool.
Fun. Thank you. Does anybody else have anything? Well, I guess we'll make a motion to adjourn.
All right.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
I'll second
Hey,
it.
I was just kidding. I wanted you to do something, Vince. Because
thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Dominic was at the house with